Hey guys, I know that this is not the most flattering angle, but I've been running around all day today like nobody's business. I'm pet sitting, so I'm doing drop-ins for my good friend from high school. Her parents' dogs, so they're dogs. So I'm doing that for over a week. Went to go see Iroh because it is so nice out today. I actually took him for a good old trail ride. He was amazing. He had a pep in his step. So excited for this warm weather. And one of my dog walking clients, one of my new ones, texted me while I was at the barn, asked me if I could walk her pup today for her. So I did that. I just finished doing that. So I did that for a half hour after, like right after coming from the barn. And then now I am off, like immediately after, to go drop in to the dogs that I'm doing the drop-ins for. So really busy. It is 5 o'clock. Being busy though, I like working hard, you know. I have a lot of things coming up that I need to save up money for. A California trip with Amanda, which I don't even know if I've mentioned yet in the vlogs, but I'm going to California with Amanda this summer, like my first big trip ever. The longest I've been on a plane is 1 hour, just to give you like an idea of the extent of my traveling. This is a big deal for me. I'm very grateful to be going along with Amanda's family. And I need to save up money because we're going to Anime Expo, guys. One of the biggest conventions in America. I'm super excited. I almost have my cosplay like completed. If you guys don't know, I used to be a big cosplayer back in the day, a couple years ago, like 2015, 2016. I was cosplaying a lot, and that was like my thing that I did. Okay, I'll show you guys when it's done, obviously, for those anime fans out there, but that's really exciting. So I'm saving up money for that. Our wedding, obviously, is not really approaching, but it's next year. And then our honeymoon as well, because we did decide to take a honeymoon. So, all right, I'm here at my dog sit. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, just wanted to come on here and chat a little bit, do a little bit of a sit down chat, and talk about something that I've been kind of putting off, I guess you could say. Something that we've been struggling with a lot for the past few months, and that is this guy behind me. So I think I've probably talked about it a couple times, but we've been struggling with him ever since, I'd say, like the summer, September maybe. Just past few months he's been going through different developmental periods, new fear periods and reactivity. He has a lot of reactivity right now that we're trying to correct. And he used to be really good when he was younger, and I would take him to the stores, out walking in really populated areas. But now, like, even though we've been working on that and doing everything that we're supposed to be doing, for him, it's just, we've been struggling, to say the least, with his, like, reactivity on the leash. I know most of that is just he's going through a fear period right now. He will be a year old coming up in April. And that's been really tough because he's not aggressive. He doesn't want to fight or bite, but he wants to say hi to everyone, every dog. He wants to play, he wants to go crazy. Like, he just gets really overstimulated very quickly and very easily. And it's hard to bring him back down from that. I would be lying if I said we didn't have quite a few instances where we had to talk to the breeder and discuss our options, because it just didn't look like it was going to be a really good fit for us, which is really hard for me to admit. I mean, of course, we have chosen to keep at it, keep working at our relationship and just working on these puppy things. And especially if you're someone like me who prefers to do everything as positively as possible. Like, I like to do everything with positive reinforcement, but a lot of dogs just need a varying mix of training methods, and I think that that might be something that Genn needs. So I might have to start deviating from that, which I have no problem admitting to. I mean, I love positive reinforcement. I use that for Iroh and the ferrets and my other dog. But for him, like, we've been just doing this ever since he came home nearly a year ago. less than a year ago, and it's just not working. He's at the point now where we take him out and we work with him outside. He won't even take treats anymore because he's just so like overstimulated and hyped up, and he does get a lot of exercise. We do a lot of mental stimulation with him and training with him inside and outside, but just the way that he's developing, I guess, is just, he's changing. I don't know, and his requirements and needs are changing, so we're going to try a bunch of different new training methods that I otherwise probably wouldn't prefer to use to do with him. I mean, nothing crazy or anything like that, but right now, even though I'm walking him with treats and the clicker and positive reinforcement and doing that kind of stuff that I've always been doing, he seems to be going in not a good direction. Like, he's been actually quite dangerous for us to walk. We've still been walking him, we've been pushing through it. But like today, for example, we took him out for a walk and we put him on the 30-foot lead just to give him a little bit more freedom, and we knew he was going to be pulling, and it does help a little bit because he's not expected to be right at her hip or anything, which is good to do eventually, but it was kind of a walk that I wanted him to just sniff and like relax and whatnot. But the other day I walked him and he gave me blisters on my hands, and my hands were super swollen. And then Brian walked him today because I can't, when he's like this, I can't even walk him myself. He's just getting so big and so strong that I physically cannot work with him like I used to. On the 30-foot lead, ripped out of Brian's hand today and then bolted, and that was really scary. His recall is like completely non-existent now. We've been working on it, but ever since he went through the new fear period, developmental periods, he's just reverted on like a lot of things that I've been teaching him. So he just bolted and he ran, and thankfully my mom was kind of ahead of us and she was able to grab him, and she pretty much fell over just like trying to get him because he just wanted to keep running, and she fell and she hurt herself. And Brian hurt himself just being yanked around by him, and a dog went on by and he got so overstimulated that he actually like almost flipped over in his harness. So I mean, I know that his breed is just prone to being like very hyper on walks, and there's many things that you can do to help alleviate that. But I just don't think at this point in time, like the way that I've been training him, helping him at this point in time, I honestly don't know. Like, he's my first dog, and I have no issue admitting that I need to reevaluate. So I'll update you guys on how he does with that. But yeah, it's been hard. Brian and I have honestly had a lot of really difficult conversations because it's not just the walking thing, where, you know, we really deeply miss our lives before getting a dog. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that, but it does make me feel a little bit bad. I mean, getting a dog is a lifestyle change, but just having a dog, you know, we always have to be conscious about the dog. I mean, thankfully, he is pretty good when we leave him at home alone. He will destroy things if we leave them out, which a lot of dogs would take advantage of that opportunity. If he was still not able to be left alone, I think the outcome would be different. I think that we would have just lost our minds by now. But in hindsight, if I could go back, both Brian and I think agree that we wouldn't have gotten a dog, which is kind of tough to think about. It's just tough, you know. I want to make it work. We've been trying to make it work. We fixed certain elements, but I just wanted to kind of open up and talk about the things that we've been struggling with him, because it has not been sunshine and rainbows over here. I hope you can appreciate me opening up about that, because it's been really tough for me to think about and talk about with people, because I feel like a bad pet parent, and I don't like to deviate on things that I feel strongly about, like training methods and whatnot. But I don't know, we'll try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Hi, I'm back. It's a little bit later in the day now, but Genn and I had a super afternoon together. Like, he was just so good. We had a really great walk. He was really good over at my parents' house. So that made me feel really good. But I'm actually I just finished prepping a bunch of meals for the ferrets, a bunch of grinds. I have to prep for Genn sometime this weekend. But now I'm actually going to be doing some supplement prep for Iroh, which I have not done. I used to prep supplements for my last horse all the time, and I really enjoyed it. It was a little tedious, but I actually really enjoyed it. I'm going to pre-bag all of his supplements. I mean, I get 2 via Smart Pack, so they're already in little thingamabobbers, but I wanted to add this new supplement that I'm trying for him, Optizyme. I've never tried this one. It has a bunch of probiotics and enzymes in it meant to help the horse digest, because I've been trying a bunch of things for Iroh's fecal water loss syndrome, and the chia seeds, I didn't really notice a difference. I wish I could have added it to this prep, but I don't have any because they require a ton of it and it's very expensive. And then I have the Smart Flex Senior, and then I have the Megacell, which is a multivitamin. I also have some leftover flaxseed meal that I'm going to add, either that or it's not going to get used. And flaxseed, very good for horses. So I'm going to pre-bag all of these supplements together. So the Optizyme didn't actually make 48 days because that was for like a 1 ounce. I did a 2 ounce dose for it, so it made 28 days. And then so did the rest of the supplements. So 28 days of supplements for Iroh all ready to go. Hey guys, I'm at the barn. You probably can't hear me because it's so windy. Good morning, guys. Today is Saturday, finally the weekend. It has been a super long week. I have been very fatigued, working a lot, pet sitting all week. It's just been a lot. So finally, I have a free day. And I did say I was going to spend it kind of relaxed today, but I do have a couple errands to run still. I am starting seeds inside for our garden. Get ground beef to prep Genn's food. I did get some new makeup, if you can tell. Got a ColourPop eyeshadow palette, which I've never had ColourPop products before, and I really like the eyeshadow quality, but the palette that I got doesn't have like a good everyday eyeshadow. I got it for my cosplay when we go to Anime Expo. And I like the colors, but I really just want like my skin color shade eyeshadow. So I want to get the same brand. Because the one that I have on right now, kind of orangey. I want something a little bit more natural. I took Genn this morning to play fetch in the field close by. He was so good. He has just been really well behaved. And for the first time since like the summer, I finally feel relief, and I feel like our relationship is moving in a good direction, so I'm really happy about that. I am going to Rhode Island to visit my grandparents for the first time since before the pandemic. I think the last time I was there was actually right when the pandemic started. I'm really excited to go. I'm going very soon actually, and I definitely will vlog the trip. Love going there so much, and it'll just be so nice to have a break from the animals and the house and this town. Hey guys, I'm back. I've been out all morning, which is typically what I end up doing on my days off. And I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff I bought. I've got some pretty exciting things. Some of this is stuff that I bought the other day, but I finally needed to stock up on ferret treats. These are the treats that the ferrets really are loving right now. They're just freeze-dried chicken, 100% chicken. Ulta, yes believe it or not, because as I mentioned, I've been trying to get into makeup a little bit more. If you guys aren't aware, I was a licensed makeup artist at a time. My license has, oh hi Patsu, has obviously lapsed because I haven't renewed it. And my knowledge on recent popular makeup brands and stuff is really lacking, and when I was getting sort of out of makeup, I kind of gave all of my makeup away to my little sister, which wasn't really a great idea. She kind of destroyed all of it. ColourPop is a brand that I have never tried. I've always heard very good things about them. But I tried their eyeshadow in the store and it was really nice. First got the Feelin' Bubbly palette, which looks like this. It has a bunch of neutrals, has a couple shimmer shades. I mainly got it for this shade and this shade, but it ended up being a little bit actually too much for me. I just like eyeshadow that is very, very minimal. I wanted to keep it though because I like a lot of the colors and I will use them eventually, but for like an everyday makeup, I ended up getting the Soulfly one, and it does have some shades that I obviously won't be using, but I really liked the Dragon Tail one. I got this. I am obsessed with collecting Korean skincare, Japanese skincare. I think the packaging is really cute. I like the formulas a lot of the time, and now that I have healed my eczema, I can use a lot of these products again. So I found this cinnamon roll. This is my favorite Sanrio character. If you don't know Sanrio, they have Hello Kitty, a little macaroon cookie shaped lip balm. It has a very, very delicate cinnamon scent. This is the Tony Moly Peach Punch Sweet Foam Cleanser. Foam cleansers tend to do a better job at removing makeup in my experience. I have 2 gel cleansers and one of them kind of foams a little bit. I really like that one. The other Tony Moly one that I have doesn't really feel like it does much on my skin, and now that I am wearing more makeup, like it's fine if I'm not wearing makeup and I just want to wash my face, but because I'm wearing makeup now, I actually need something that works a little bit better at removing my makeup, so I wanted to try this. I got the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Natural Finish Setting Spray because I currently do not have any makeup setting spray. I got another Tony Moly item. This is the I'm Green Tea Hydro Burst Morning Mask. This reminds me a lot of like an aloe vera gel type thing. It is quite cooling. I do like it a lot so far. I haven't had any issues with my skin. I also use their purple Lullaby Sleep Mask at nighttime, which I also really like. Wet n Wild primer base, which I am not a huge primer user, but I do, Patsu, get out of my bag. But I do like to put it on my eyes before I use eyeshadow. An eyebrow pomade pencil. What I am currently using is like eyebrow mascara, which I do like for natural everyday type looks, but for the cosplay I'm going to need something more defined. And I got a cream gel liner by ColourPop because my eyeliner broke. I got just a basic lip liner, and then I got an ink crayon for my lips, and I really like it, and I just realized it comes with a sharpener on the other side. That is so cool. The last thing that I got is pretty big. A pet stroller, look at it, ooh. Something for the ferrets, and it was the only one that they had left, and they had the color that I was gonna order online anyways. I will be putting the ferrets in this, and I'm just so excited to have like a safe method of walking. Of course, I need to put it together, see if there's anything that I need to reinforce, because sometimes you have to do that. I just set up the pet stroller. And they're already trying. It does have, like where the zipper is, a gap right here where a ferret could definitely fit through. I like that you can leave the top part kind of open. I also like that it has like wheel stopper things. The one thing is the wheels are plastic. I don't like that at all. I think for the price of this stroller that they should definitely be like normal tires, but I mean, that's okay. They're having fun though. I think that they're gonna love this. I wanted to film a voiceover for Genn's most recent prep, and this is only part of what he is eating. He's actually eating a lot more now. His food intake has gotten up since he's been exercising a lot more since winter is almost over, thankfully. Well, technically spring has started. But anyways, I start with a base of ground beef generally, and then I add chicken feet. He usually eats 2 or 3 a day, and that works really well for him and his requirements. And sometimes I'll switch around the bones. I add liver, and normally I do add second secreting organ, but I didn't have any. Canned sardines, which are really kind of gross and smelly, but I add them for him. And then an egg or 2, some blueberries or other fruit that I might have on hand that's safe for him. These pommels made of raw cow kefir, or kefir, however you want to pronounce it, and then some raw garlic. I do about a clove a day, and some pickled radish, pickled Korean radish. I give him a little bit because fermented foods is really good for the gut.